Squash was a man who seemed to have it all: fame, fortune, and power. As a dancehall and reggae star, he captivated audiences with his music and rose to the top of the charts. But behind the glitz and glamour, there was a dark side to Squash's success. Growing up in Montego Bay, Jamaica, Squash had a rough childhood. His brother, Danny G, was a gang leader of the notorious G-City gang. Along with the rebel side gang out of the Flankers community, they wreaked havoc throughout the Caribbean and parts of the United States. Squash tried to stay away from his brother's criminal activities, but he couldn't escape the influence of G-City. When Danny G was killed in a shootout with rival gangs, Squash was devastated. He channeled his grief into his music, and his career took off. With his newfound fame and fortune, Squash became the new leader of G-City, using his wealth and influence to grow and fund the gang. But as G-City's power grew, so did their violence. Innocent lives were lost, and the community lived in fear. Squash's music may have brought him success, but it also brought him the responsibility of leading a dangerous criminal organization. As the pressure mounted, Squash started to question his choices. He knew he had to find a way to beat the charges that were looming over him. With the help of his lawyers and some strategic moves, he was able to avoid prison time and keep his empire intact. But Squash couldn't escape the guilt of his actions. He had lost his brother to violence, and now he was perpetuating it. In a moment of clarity, he decided to turn his life around. He used his wealth to fund community programs and education for at-risk youth, hoping to prevent them from following in his footsteps. Squash may have been a crime boss, but he found redemption in the end. He used his experiences to make a positive impact and break the cycle of violence that had consumed his life and the lives of those around him.